Railroads are slashing workers, cheered on by Wall Street to stay profitable amid Trump's trade war. Roanoke, Virginia. Jeff Hollandsworth was told to do something recently that he had never done before in his many years working for Norfolk Southern Railway: empty lockers. Norfolk Southern has let more than 3,500 employees go in the past year, including 175 in Roanoke, part of an aggressive push across the railroad industry to slash costs. As Hollandsworth cut the locks and removed his former co-workers' coats, hats, power tools and hefty company rulebooks, he couldn't shake the feeling that the layoffs were different this time. Unlike in the past, his colleagues probably won't be coming back. "When you go to work now, it's like going into a funeral home," Hollandsworth said. "What 3 people used to do, one person is doing now." While the U.S. economy overall is growing moderately, the railroad industry is a cautionary sign of the ongoing pain in the industrial sector and the deep structural changes underway in the economy that are eliminating middle-class jobs. President Donald Trump's trade war has hit agricultural and manufacturing hard, causing lower demand for companies that move freight. But railroad stocks soared in 2019 after rail executives embraced automation and cost-cutting to remain profitable, doubling down on the idea that rail's future entails longer, faster trains and fewer workers. Over 20,000 rail workers have lost their jobs in the past year, the biggest layoffs in rail since the Great Recession, and a nearly 10% decline in rail employment, according to Labor Department data through November. Volumes are down so much on major American railways in the past year that some economists say the nation is in the midst of a freight recession. Freight declines have typically foreshadowed trouble for the broader economy since they're a barometer of how much stuff is heading to market. Every economic downturn since World War II has been precipitated by nose-diving freight traffic. But there have also been periods, such as 2015-16, when manufacturing, trucking and rail suffer but the rest of the economy keeps growing. Today's rail slump is partly a fallout from the trade war and partly the result of long-term trends like the United States becoming less reliant on coal, experts say. But the employment losses are being exacerbated by the industry's embrace of new technology and a newly efficient technique of directing rail traffic known as precision scheduled railroading, or PSR, that is transforming the economics of the business. "I've never seen conditions like this in my 45-year career," said Jim Blaze, a railroad economist. "I'm calling this a freight recession for the railroads and trucking companies, but there's this uncertainty from trade. This cloud. This fog. It's hard to predict if we'll slide into an overall economic." For more on this story, visit the news article link.